What's up guys, the Lazy Goldmaker here, and we're back with a retail video. Some of you have been wondering, will I ever come back to retail? Will I just be doing classic videos? No, I won't. 11.1 is on the horizon, so it's time to dive back into what the World Within has to offer. Today we're going to talk about what you need to be doing right now to make sure you're prepared to make gold when 11.1 rolls around. Patch launches and expansion launches, these are the times where you can make the most amount of gold because players come back into the game. There's a lot more people doing stuff. They're doing endgame activities. They are more willing to spend gold on gear, on enchants, on consumables. Everything is generally selling a lot faster. The first 2-3 weeks, month of a patch, this is typically when you can make a lot of gold. There's often also new recipes and things that if you can be the first to market, you can make a very nice profit. So that's why we want to prepare now, so we're ready. Now, obviously, with the profession knowledge system and the changes that are coming to the game, it's really important to have knowledge. So you need to start right now to make sure you're catching up. So I have this handy weak aura, which, well, I'm sure I can find the name. Muse Knowledge Point Tracker. This is this one. You should get this. It'll show you what you're missing and what you can do. So we can see here, I am really, really far behind. But catching up on knowledge is very, very important. And the main way you do that in crafting professions is to just do the patron crafting orders and check those every day. You want to go to your crafting table. You want to look through the patron orders. And all of the ones that have this flicker reward, these are the ones that are catch-up points. So make sure you do all of these and check every day because they refresh every day. So that's sort of the main thing. Now, as we get into this point of the expansion, anyone who has been keeping on top of their knowledge points will be maxed out in any relevant market. So obviously I am not because I've been slacking. But when 11.1 rolls around, for almost every item in the game, people with maxed knowledge and maxed acuity will be able to craft quality 3 guaranteed with quality 3 materials. In some cases, if they have the right racial, they can even craft it with a couple of quality 2 materials. So this is what you need to be competing into. Obviously, I think concentration is still gonna be able to give you some profits, but it is a lot worse than it was back at launch. If you look at, say, we can see here that the concentration value is about 1 gold, 1.5 gold for inscription right now, which isn't that high. So you want to be able to go into volume crafting. That's where the gold will probably be in this patch if you're doing anything that you sell to the auction house. If you want to go into crafting orders, which is the other thing you can do, recrafting, new seasonal gear, people need to upgrade their crafted gear. Once again, you need a high skill build. This is a little bit cheaper to get online. You don't require as many nodes to make that profitable, but on the other side, you have to sit in trade chat here and spam for orders, but that's also pretty good. People will want to recraft 2 pieces of gear to get their 2 embellished slots up to date for the next season. Usually we see people prefer to get a weapon early because getting a guaranteed almost max item level weapon is really, really good for most specs. Then they will pick whatever embellishment is the most useful for their profession, preferably on a lower stat budget slot, because long term they can get mythic track item, which is caps out at the higher item level than the crafted gear does. Now for volume crafting, let's say you want to do Antus runes, or if you want to do what are they called? My brain is failing me. If you're doing flasks or potions, you need to have and control as many of the steps as possible. I made a video about this a while back. The more of the steps from early materials to finished craft you can own yourself, the better you're going to be. So for alchemy, that means maybe you can buy the quality 2 herbs and turn them into quality 3 herbs with the herbalism. If you've got enough points in herbalism, you can do that. And that's usually 10-20% profit margin just there. And then any other, maybe you can craft the vials for yourself using a jewel crafter that's maxed out. and then you can take advantage of that to increase your profits. Lastly, I'm not going to touch too much on the changes, but we are going to see some changes to profession stats. In 11.1, multicraft is going to be worse, resourcefulness will be better. End result is that everything will be most likely be a little bit more expensive to craft than right now. That's sort of what I'm expecting. But we'll have to see. I doubt it's going to be massive, but anything that uses multicraft to a significant degree, you're going to get less items and you will get more materials back, but I do not think it makes up for it. So overall, the crafting cost will be high. So yeah, that's it. Most important thing is to just get your knowledge in order, make sure you're max skill, and that you have max quality profession tools. You should be able to do that just utilizing the patron crafting orders and making sure you're slightly on top of things from now until 11.1 launches. Yeah, that's it. Good luck.